Hello, I'm Greg Euland, Marketing Director at Reynolds and Reynolds, and this is Connected, the podcast with best practices and ideas to help navigate what is happening in the automotive retail industry in the world today. As the COVID-19 virus continues to change our world and how we live and work daily, this podcast discusses ways to continue operating in this unprecedented social environment. On today's episode, we have with us Arthur Newell, Senior Director of Software Utilization at Reynolds and Reynolds. Arthur, thanks for joining.
Hey, Greg, good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Arthur, to start today, could you give just a little bit of background on the software utilization team at Reynolds and the role that it plays?
Yeah, the utilization team, known as Solution Specialists, or RSS for short, are a group of software experts that tailor that software knowledge to how dealership operations need and use our software. We really focus on being proactive, bringing software tools to the dealership, to the managers, and also focusing in on primarily efficiency, productivity, and ultimately profitability in their operations. We usually do this through a combination of on-site visits and virtual contact over the internet. Obviously, right now, we're 100% virtual.
Yep, for sure. And with that backdrop, Arthur, can you go into then a little bit some of the common projects or maybe cleanup items your team has been working on with dealerships and really some areas that dealers might be able to focus right now?
Yeah, recently we've seen a lot of uptick in a lot of cleansing of system specifications, control screens, things in the backbone of the software. For example, deal posting, mapping of F&I fields over to accounting so that that posting process is as efficient as possible. I think over time you've got GL accounts that change or get adjusted, deal structure that gets enhanced, and those connections, that mapping gets out of sync, and that's a big project right now. Some of these things I think are things that everyone knows and wants to do, but they don't quite make it to the top of the priority list. Another example in, let's say, service is operation codes. Operation codes over time get very cumbersome. They get overlapping, and you've got op codes that need to be cleaned up. They're either unused and outdated, or there are a lot of duplicates. And I think as time goes by, it's an important project, especially for service advisors. You know, coming out of this, I think the service departments are going to see a lot of pent-up demand, particularly in maintenance operations, oil changes, those kind of things. So keeping those advisors as efficient as possible is going to be a big step. I would say third and finally, parts pricing. There's a lot of parts matrices out there that customers have built. There's also retail markup option, a feature that allows you to add a few cents or rounding to parts sale amount. I think both of those are great opportunities right now to help increase parts profitability.
Yeah, for sure. And those are really good kind of core things to look at. Arthur, as we kind of this week start to look forward, and some states are starting to figure out how to open up the economy a little bit here. Has your team also been doing any training on utilization and focusing on kind of efficiency and profitability? Are dealers looking to that at this point?
Yeah, they certainly are. I think as the U.S. economy comes out and starts to reopen, and there's a lot of talk about that these days, of course, I think car dealerships are going to be important that we get a good, quick, and strong start to get everything kind of ramped up. Dealers are looking ahead, and dealers are thinking about that through training already. Every dealership is different. You know, they have different needs, they have different focuses. You know, I certainly would recommend that dealers look to customized, personalized training that my team offers, but there are a lot of options out there, Greg. You've got internet webinars, you've got online training. A lot of software tools have built-in tutorials, how-to tips, videos, a lot of things that our customers can use right now. I think at the end of the day, probably customized hands-on training and really using the software is the best option that sticks the most in the long term, and that's the direction I want to point people.
Yeah, very good, very good. Arthur, well, I definitely appreciate you coming on and taking a few minutes out of your day to chat and share kind of, you know, what you're seeing across dealerships and where they're focusing right now. While you're here, while we have the audience, and before we hop off, is there anything else that you want to touch on or anything that you want to share?
Yeah, one more thing. I think moving forward out of this, coming out of the situation, it's going to be really important that every dealer has an accurate picture of where they are, where they were yesterday or in, say, January, December, through what's happened in March and April, and then moving forward. And I think having that accurate picture or setting benchmarks will be really important moving forward in our industry, in each department, frankly. We've had a lot of requests recently for trend analysis reports, both sales and expense. For example, month over month, 12-month analysis, so that dealers can see where they were before, where they are now, and what their goals should look like moving forward. It's going to be a lot easier to measure your success over time if you have those benchmarks today and can see and measure how things move into the future.
Yeah, very good point. Very good point. Well, Arthur, I do appreciate you coming on. Thank you again.
You bet, Greg.
All right. This has been Connected. Stay safe, and we'll see you on the next episode.